The split up. Okay. Nice and short. Alright. The last one. Safe. We had a bunch of... Like, I think only one of them was below 100, but a bunch of them were above 200, 300, which is crazy to think that there was like a row of SCPs that were all that highly rated. Safe. -1 and -2 are currently kept in separate containment cells at site. -1 and -2 are not to be brought within 3 meters of each other in order to prevent possible violent behavior and ensure cooperation on their part. In cases where where -1 is having difficulty moving due to its lack of legs, use of stretcher is authorized. That was something in front of me. Any experimentation involving either -1 or -2 must be authorized by at least one member of level 3 personnel. SCP-1319 is a collective designation of two different entities. -1 is the upper body of Research Assistant. -1 consists of upper torso, head, and arms. Due to its possession of head, -1 is capable of speech, making it much easier to communicate with than -2, to accommodate for its lack of legs. -1 moves by pulling itself along the floor with its hands. -1 enjoys the consumption of food despite the fact that this food inevitably exits its body through the hole in its torso. -2, the lower body of Research Assistant. -2 consists of lower torso and its legs. -2 has the ability to hear commands given to it by researcher and perceive its surroundings despite its lack of a head and associated organs. Due to its lack of head, communication with -2 is much more difficult than it is with -1. This reminds me of Kinemon in One Piece when he got cut up and like his head and upper body were like somewhere else and his legs were somewhere else. But why are they violent to each other if it's both? Oh, okay. I heard like a weird sound and I was like, where did that come from? Didn't realize it came from my bottle. Are they not both body parts from the same person? Like, why would they be aggressive to each other? Both -1 and -2 harbor intense feelings of resentment for each other, and meetings between the two have frequently resulted in violence. During questioning, -1 has indicated that this mutual resentment stems from the circumstances of the separation, presumably referring to the instant in which they were created. Neither of the two appear to be alarmed by the lack of the other half or the injury resulting from the splits. Neither -1 or -2 possess the original personality of Research Assistant and identity as completely different entities. They do not require sustenance or air, but do appear to enjoy these things despite them lacking the bodily functions required to actually benefit from them. -1 and -2 came into existence on the date of 2000 at 1:25 p.m. At the time, Research Assistant was eating his lunch at site cafeteria. Suddenly, he was observed to say the words, "You know what? Fuck this, fuck you," seconds before violently separating into -1 and -2. -2 attempted to flee the area while -1 attempted to climb up the table and resume consumption of Research Assistant lunch. "I don't want legs no more." Both were subsequently brought into containment. Despite investigation, no potential cause for this event has thus far been discovered. What a weird thing to do. Like, why would you just be like, "You know what, fuck it," and just rip yourself in half? Interview log -1. Okay. Hello, -1. Hello, hey Doc. I just like to ask you a few questions. If that's all right. Sure, I don't mind. Now I'll have to warn you. They are about -2. Oh, him. I hope there won't be a problem. No, not really. I'm not even that mad, to be honest. He's less rational about it, but you can't let him get to you. I'd like to know about how you and -2 came to separate, if you know. Well, it was more a bunch of little things, if you really want to know. He was just incompetent. We'd be going down the hallway or something, and he'd just trip, and I'd be like, "What the fuck was that?" He'd play ignorant, but I know he messed up. The thing that really got to me was that he never improved. He never took my advice and actually applied to the way he did his job. The job being walking? Not always. Driving cars was a problem with him too. You won't believe this. One time we were driving down the street. I was doing my job, steering and everything. And what does the stupid dick do? Drive straight through the red light. He was going down and he was pulling me down with him. So you're separated. Yeah, if I just had enough of his bullshit. The excuse of all of it. Got out of there, tried to be dignified about it. Didn't want to make a scene, but he goes running, drawing all this unwanted attention to me because I'm the one who has to stay and clean up after him. I see. Well, thank you, -1. No problem. Interview logged 2. I'm just gonna think it's the same. Like, okay. Hello, -2. I just to ask a couple questions. A couple of yes or no questions, if that's alright. Tap you for once for no and twice for yes. Do you understand? Tap you for twice. Good. Now, are you aware of your current location? Tap the foot twice. Why is that? Do you remember being here when you were connected to -1? Tap foot once. So you can actually see your surroundings. Taps foot twice. I see. Now I'd like to talk about -1 if that's alright. Ceases movement. Do you resent -1? No movement. Do you dislike -1? No movement. Do you hate -1? Stumps foot twice. He says that the separation between you two was your fault. Do you believe that? Stumps foot once. So you believe that it was his fault. Stumps foot twice. Well, thank you, -2. That's all for now. Wow. You know what, legs? I don't fucking need you. I gotta be honest, guys. Gotta be honest. There were some really good ones in this reading. There were some really good ones. The hardest game was, I think it's just like, as a gamer myself, I would totally beat that. No, of course not. I think I would have a hard time after like level 2 or 3 because like fighting a bear really for a whole hour, or like survive against bears, wolves, and giant like wildcats for a whole hour. No, I would not survive. I would not be able to survive that. Side 41. I just think it's hilarious that they can take whatever random object and they think it's an anomalous SCP or something. Just because, like what do they have? Nothing? Do they have not like clothes or bottles or? How did they write that? Those logs that they had. Like, did they write it down with a different tool? Did they write it down on computer? Did they use blood? Who knows? They split up. I just think it's hilarious. The idea of some dude just be like, you know what, fuck this, I had enough, and then just and then the lecturer's like, yeah, fuck you, and just walk away. like it's just, the idea is really funny to me. Consultant rats, I think the consultant rat is like really wholesome. It's one of the wholesome ones. Like, hey, it's a rat that just gives you advice, man. Well, of course, it's the SCP Foundation. They probably will try to like keep it on the check and make sure that it doesn't say anything weird, and probably has done some horrible experiments with it before or afterwards. The factory makeup is brutal. Imagine all you want to do is just cover up like some small like spots or like a pimple, or you just want to look prettier, and next thing you know, your face just like after week 5, like just like Indiana Jones. You know what I want to say? The fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark, like open, face melts off. So for bear, just whatever the equation is, don't think about it, boys and girls. Don't think about it, because you might pop a bear into your room. And depending on what kind of combination of thought process you have, that bear might be more aggressive than usual. Lucy the kitten, feline espionage device. So I the first half is what I focused on more, Lucy the kitten. But I completely forgot that the freelance espionage device was like a part of it. So Lucy is basically a spy. You all thought that pigeons were the spies of, were drones and spies. No, it's cats. Examination room 10. Yeah, I mean, make sure you don't. You have to door open. My door has been closed for 2 hours now, so if I open the door and somebody's behind that shit, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Memtic universe. Just be careful. That have the whole simulation in your head will give you a massive headache for sure. Millions of creatures you have to keep checking inside your head. You're like, it's like, oh god, all the animals, the fauna, the flora, and the human, the mammals, oh, the planets and stars and solar systems. It's just a bit much after a while. And the sudden body integrity failure. I cannot imagine like wanting to cut off a body part and then just be like happy you lost it. It's just like, oh god, man, I wish I could just get rid of the pinky, the ring finger. Oh, thank God. Oh, I just need these 3 fingers anyway. Why would I need the other 2? The other 2 are useless. I'm glad I cut them off. Now I just need to grab my phone, grab my phone. But I'm so glad I cut off my fingers. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? That's basically what it is. But yeah, that's today's reading. I hope you guys enjoyed today's reading. I did. There was a bunch of good ones. Definitely worthy of all those ratings. That's for sure. Had a good time. Well, gotta download this. Why did I download it? Why did I not just record at the same time? That was just pretty much easy to do. I should do that in the future. But yeah. What is this? Okay, gotcha. I need to remind myself to not only stream but also record these ones in the future, so I don't have to like download them from Twitch. I can just immediately work on it. But yeah, for now, I wish you all good morning, afternoon, evening. We'll stream some Played Up with Lexi on Wednesday again, and Hollow Knight Thursday, Friday. I wonder how close I am to being done with Hollow Knight. But yeah, and then of course next weekend, SCP 13, the 1320s and 1330s will be up next. I'm excited. The first 10s were a bit slow start, but these 10s were a strong continuation. So let's just hope that the next 10s are on the same level. But yeah, for now,